Welcome back, guys. Today I came downstairs to the fish room and my stingrays were gone. I mean, out of sight, out of mind. I don't know where they were at or what happened to them. So it gave me quite a fright because my stingrays are like kind of like my pride and joy. I mean, all my fish are my pride and joy, but I just couldn't stand to lose my stingrays. I did a water change on them yesterday. I did a pretty big water change, probably about 60 to 70%. And for some reason, when I came down here today, they were gone, like disappeared. I didn't know exactly what happened to them. So I was like, oh my God, like what, where are my stingrays? You know, like, did anybody eat them? Did they jump out? I'm looking all around the fish room. I'm looking on the floor, see if they were anywhere. I'm like, this is crazy. So let me show you guys exactly what happened to the stingrays. Okay, here's a closer look at it. So if you look down in the sand, right over in that corner, you can see one of the stingray's eyes. I panicked and I really didn't look too hard, but that's one of them. And then right here, right there, there's another stingray. So thank God these guys are still in the tank. I mean, I kind of made it, you know, to where none of the fish could jump out or anything like that. But for some reason, I didn't know what happened to my stingrays. So today we will be feeding all the fish. All right, guys, so I got a little selection of food here. I got some shrimp there, bloodworms and brine shrimp here. I got beef heart there. I got J4 pellets for the flower horns there, and then this is just some more blood and brine shrimp, bloodworms and brine shrimp here. That's for the saltwater fish. So let's go ahead and feed these guys. All right, so this is the rummy nose tetra tank. We also got some red shrimp in there. I'm not sure if these guys, they should come out and eat, but they are kind of shy. So we'll just go ahead, squirt some food in there, get these guys out eating. I have to overfeed this tank a little bit just because if I don't, then the shrimp, they won't get any. So. And we got those rummy nose tetras. They over on that side. They just chilling. They don't even know it's food in there, or they would be running over here to it. But it's more than enough food in there for them, so they'll eventually come over and eat. Then over in that tank there, we got our feeder fish, which I have a few fish that they won't eat anything but live food, and I just don't have the time to try to get those guys on pellets or anything else. So we'll go ahead and feed the rest of the fish, and then we'll do a live feeding also. So down here I got a trio of cichlids. This is what they will look like in the future. I still haven't got the name for them, but I will get the name for them and let you guys know exactly what they are. So let's go ahead and feed them. I'm just going to do blood and brine for these guys today, just for the feeding video purposes. I usually feed them pellets, but they are kind of shy just because the tank is down so low, and it's a lot of foot movement down here with me being down here going back and forth and back and forth. So I'm not sure if that female, I think both of them are going to be holding here really soon. They breed a lot, but I just never strip the females just because I always catch them when it's too late. So hopefully I can get some fry out of these guys one of these days soon, hopefully. I do have, I got like 5 or 6 fry out of them, maybe a couple months ago, and the fry are doing good. I got those guys down here in another tank. I'll show you guys that also. But they are doing good. All the fish in the fish room are doing good. I got one fish that's not doing so hot. I'm gonna show you guys that fish. So let's go down here, get some more food. Let's get the J4 pellets. Now everybody in here eats pellets. So we got our giant Daniels, we got our flower horns, and we got this guy here, a red devil. Oh, we got these two. I'm not sure if it's a pair, but we got this one here and then this small one here, red terror cichlids. And if you look at the flower horns, they have definitely came a long way, and they definitely look different from the last time I showed you guys. So these two guys here are starting to get those nuchal humps on the heads, and I went ahead. I didn't really rescape it, but I went ahead and I took out that big rock that was in the middle, and I moved these rocks around just to lay them down, just because if you look at the flower horns, I'm pretty sure that they're running into the rocks. So I'm pretty sure they're in there chasing each other around or whatever the case is, playing hide and seek or whatever. But I went ahead and moved those rocks out of there because these guys were starting to get scarred up and stuff. So let's go ahead and feed them. And like I said, these are J4 pellets. Let's see if I can give you guys a closer look. Yeah, these are J4 pellets. The pellets are pretty small. The fish are getting big now, so they can eat them whole. But I still soften them up just because I got smaller fish in this tank, and everybody wants to get their fair share of the pellets. So they are looking real good. We still got the corridors down there at the bottom. They're still doing good, cleaning the sand up pretty good, sifting it, keeping that nitrogen and all that stuff, stirred up, making sure that it gets to the filter, making sure the filter is doing its job just as well as they are doing their jobs. So these guys are looking amazing. That red devil actually is growing at a outstanding rate, because it was that red devil was probably about this size here. I don't know, maybe a month ago or so, but it is growing at an outstanding rate, outstanding pace. Like, it is really growing pretty fast on me. So hopefully, well, I can always take the red devil, put him in with the stingrays in that tank. He should do pretty good in there with them and the datnoids. So let's go back down here. And oh, no. I'm gonna feed these guys. I'm gonna feed these guys here the blood worms and the brine shrimp today. I'm not gonna feed them the beef heart. This guy here, for some reason, this discus here, I just cannot seem to get him to eat. I've treated him 3 times with the General Kier. I've treated him time and time again. I mean, his stomach is looking a little swole, like he's got something. I'm not sure, but I have treated him time and time again, and he's just not taking to the medicine, and he's not taking any food. He does seem interested some days, and then some days he's just not interested at all. So let's go ahead and feed these guys, and I'll let you guys. Oh, also the clown loaches. The clown loaches, as you can see, we still got all the clown loaches, and they are doing absolutely amazing. Everybody's eating. Even this little guy right here, we got him back eating. He's starting to gain his weight back and get his personality back. So I'm pretty happy about that. And that fire, I had a fire eel in here, but I got rid of the fire eel. He kept jumping out, and I think he ate a few of my neon tetras also, but that's no big deal. So let's go ahead and feed these guys. I'll feed them over here in this corner. I usually feed them in this corner just because the clown loaches are always over there in that corner for some reason. That's where they always are. So let's get these guys some food. And as you see, that discus, I mean, he's looking at the food, but he's just not eating the food. He'll even take it and put it in his mouth, and then he'll just spit it out. So I don't know what's really going on with him, man. If anybody has any information that they can give me about the discus, I'm not an expert or anything. I don't want to even pretend to be an expert because I'm not. So if anybody has any information, please comment down below and let me know what suggestions or what information you guys have on the discus. Look at that super red calico male. He's looking amazing. That's a female. I got two females in there. There's another one over there. I got two females in there of those super red calicos, and they are doing pretty good. So look at that discus. He always comes up to the syringe and just eats right out of it. Even that clown loach right there, he'll come up and he'll take it right out of it. So they're like, feed me, feed me. I'm not giving it to him fast enough. Just trying to give you guys a good look at him, though. Pretty much. But like I said, all those clown loaches, they're doing good. I've had them now. It's been about, I don't know, maybe about 2 or 3 weeks now that I had them, and they're doing good. So everybody in here is eating except for that one discus. He's back there. I mean, he always, I'm not sure, man. He just, sometimes he looks that way. Sometimes he'll sit in the corner. I mean, he does different things, but he's just not eating. Or maybe he's eating when I'm not around or something. I'm not sure, but that was my best eater out of all the discus. And now, for some reason, he's just not eating. So you guys, please excuse the camera if it's a little shaky. I only got 2 hands, so I'm feeding with one hand, and I'm holding the camera with the other hand. So this video might be a little shaky. Then down here, oh, I forgot about these guys. I gotta get a pellet for those guys and thaw it out. But let's go over here. Let's grab a pellet for those guys. I got a lot of supplies and stuff down here in this little 10-gallon tank. Just a bunch of stuff that I use for my tanks. I went ahead, cleaned that 10-gallon up. Or no, that's a 5-gallon actually. And now we got the guppies. I'm going to show you guys that though later. I can't show you guys that right now. But I did have the guppies down in a different, I had them in a different tank with, they had a bunch of duckweed and stuff in there, and I went ahead and took the duckweed and stuff out and just, I wanted to give those guys something different, so I just dropped the pellet in there and just let it soak just like any other pellet when the fish are too small. So I just go ahead, I soak my pellets for the smaller fish, and then once it moistens up and softens up, I'll go ahead and give it to them. But there's a bunch of babies in there. Of course, they all would hide right now, but once I feed them, they'll come out. I'll show you guys whose babies those are. Now this tank right here, I've still yet to put anything in it except for, I got a trio of plecos in there. I got just some bristle noses in there, 2 albinos, and then 1 brown bristle nose in that tank. But this tank is looking good. I've yet to get fish for it. I really don't want to I really don't know what fish I want, and I don't want to make a decision on buying fish and then regret the decision that I made. So I'm just waiting it out on that tank pretty much, and once I figure it out, then I'll go ahead and put some fish in there. I want to do piranhas, but I won't be able to keep any plecos in there if I do piranhas, so I'm kind of iffy about that just because I got the driftwood in there, and the driftwood will start growing all kinds of weird looking stuff on it, and I just don't want to put the piranhas in there with that driftwood in there. But we'll talk about that tank in a later video. Let's go down here. So this tank right here I set up just a few days ago, or maybe, yeah, about 2 days ago. And I'm just running those 2 sponges on there, and then I just did a little simple little scape, nothing tremendous or nothing like that. But I'm going to move those red terrors down in this tank and get them out of the tank with the flower horns, just so I can keep a closer eye on them, because they are small and they're not as aggressive as the flower horns or that red devil. Well, at least not at this point. They're not as aggressive. So I'm going to go ahead and move those guys down here into this tank. It'll probably be a few days before I do it, just because I just set it up. But I'll give it a few days to go ahead, cycle, or whatever the case might be, and then let everything settle from that sand. I just put that sand in there. And then I'll go ahead and put those red terrors in there. So this tank here is the octopus tank. I don't know where the octopus is. I couldn't even begin to tell you guys where the octopus is. But he's in there somewhere. Of course, octopus are great hiders, so maybe he'll come out before the end of this video, and we'll get to see him. But for now, we can go ahead and feed the next tank. So over here, I got some babies. These here are actually let me see if I can get some better light on these babies. Okay, so these are the babies to the trio of cichlids that I showed you guys earlier that I did not know the name of, with the orange top. So these are a peacock cichlid. And then I got these guys here. These, and then those babies in the 2.5 gallon down there that were hiding behind the sponge. They're all brother and sister. Those guys are scarlet cichlids. So they all got the same parents, but just a different generation. So let's go ahead and feed these guys. Little munchers. They love to eat. I mean, they love to eat. I can feed them 20 times a day, and they're going to eat. Let's turn that light off. Getting the glare, so show you guys them. And this tank right here is doing pretty well too. So all the fish in the fish room are doing good, except for that one fish, man. It's really bothering me, really. Okay, so then we got the 125 over here. Now these guys, they don't eat they will eat blood and brine, but they're pretty big, so I don't even fool around and give them blood and brine shrimp. I usually just go ahead, throw these guys abundance of pellets, or I'm gonna feed. Actually, today I'm gonna feed these guys this. Well, first of all, I'm gonna feed this piece of shrimp to that giant Daniel, or I said giant Daniel, that giant Grommy, because this dude is so aggressive, or Or let's see if we can give it to our pike cichlid back there. That's really let's feed this guy because he is just too aggressive. I mean he's got to eat. Like if he doesn't eat, nobody eats. And it's kind of crazy to say, but all right. So let's go ahead and throw these guys some of this beef heart. Where'd our pike go? Let's see. That guy. I try to. Sorry about the camera view, guys. It's kind of hard to record and feed all these guys, but I gotta chase them around just to feed certain fish, just because all the other fish are faster eaters than he is, than that pike is. So, and this darn thing right here, man. I mean, that thing is something else, man. He literally eats everything that comes in the tank. Nobody's gonna eat before him. There we go. He's chasing the pike for his food, but whatever. So I'm gonna go ahead. Let me get this giant grommy some more shrimp. We got the Starry Night right there. He looking good too. Got the pike. Oh no! I put the pellet in there that I was gonna give the babies. Oh man! Like I said, this dude, he'll eat anything. And this shrimp ain't even for him. The shrimp is actually for this tank over here. But whatever. That dude is just a monster. So let me go back down here and get another pellet and soak it. Or what did I do with those? Oh, the pellets are over here. So I got to get another pellet out of here. Put it in the water. I'll put it in this water this time. So I'll put it in there, in that water this time, and then I'll let it soak for a few minutes. And then we'll go ahead. I don't know if I should leave those lids open just because these fish will jump. So let's go ahead and close the lid up. But look at how fat he is. Like, look at how fat he is. I'm going to feed him again just so you guys can really see the kind of appetite that these things have, man. It's outrageous. Like, he has the biggest appetite out of every fish in the fish room. Go ahead, throw these babies some more food too. He's still searching for food. Alright, let's feed these guys here. Sorry about the camera again, man. I only got two hands, so I'm trying to walk around, hold the camera, talk to you guys, let you guys know what's going on, and feed these guys all at the same time. So the shrimp, I usually put the shrimp in there. I'll put the shrimp in there. That's for the well, everybody will eat it though. I mean, the arowana's eating it. You see, the silver dollars are eating it. For some reason, the stingrays They're in there. The stingrays are in there. It's just that when I came down this morning, I didn't see them at all. Like, there's a stingray back there that I mean, you can't even see him unless you really, really, really look. But this guy over here, he's starting to come out. He smells the food. And eventually, the other one will come out. So, the stingrays, they're going to eat all the shrimp and the arowana. It's a black diamond hybrid stingray. And again, this is fresh water, so a lot of people didn't even know that they even had freshwater stingrays, but they do. But this guy, he'll devour all that shrimp. And then we got our bicher down here, and look at that datnoid, just beautiful. Whoa! He tried to go after the datnoid, but datnoid's too big for him to eat. But just look at him. That bicher or Bishar. Some people call them Bishar, some call them Bishar. So the Bishar is getting pretty big pretty quick. But he smells food, so I'm gonna go ahead and put some food in here for him. I mean, he'll eat that shrimp too. Don't get me wrong, but look at that stingray. He's just sitting there chilling. I'm surprised that. Well, that's a girl. I'm surprised she isn't out eating. But I did just turn the lights on not too long ago to go ahead and feed them. And I did a water change. I did a very big water change on this tank yesterday. I did about 70% water change on this tank. So we'll just go ahead and give her time. There she is. There she goes. She's coming out now. Look at that arowana. That thing is just beautiful. Albino arowana. Then we got the 4-bar datnoid down there, and I do believe that these are 3-bar datnoids. This one here and that one there. They're pretty big, but they don't eat anything but live, and that's probably why they're so big so fast. Because I've had this one literally since it was, I don't know, an inch and a half. But we'll go ahead and close that lid up and give these guys time to eat. Oh, as a matter of fact, let's go down here. Let's open that lid back up. I just got to keep that lid closed because the arowana, man, he'll jump. So let's go down here, get these guys some feeders. The datnoids do eat, trust me. They will eat. Right there in front of your eyes. And meanwhile, on this end, the bicher got him a fish, but we missed it watching the datnoids. So, I mean, everybody is eating. There ain't no doubt about everybody eating in here. Oh, the stingray got one. Hopefully I got that on camera. Hopefully I got that on camera, man. The stingray just got him a goldfish. And that datnoid right there, he has a mouth full of fish. So, the stingray definitely got him a fish. But like I said, they'll eat anything I put in there. Pretty much the stingrays will. But the datnoids, they don't want to eat anything if it's not live. So I try to feed them live. Well, I feed them live every other day. I don't give it to them every day, but I give it to them every other day. And then I usually just leave the shrimp and stuff in there. And if they decide to eat some of that shrimp, man, that's even better. Watch the bisher. And bishers have poor eyesight, which is kind of crazy. But if his eyesight wasn't so poor, he would have definitely went after that goldfish. And these silver dollars, man, they so frantic. The arowana goes wherever they go, pretty much. Like they're all buddy buddy, I guess, or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, the arowana, he'll go anywhere the silver dollars go. So they pretty much stay together. I'm trying to see if this datnoid, I mean, if the bisher is gonna get this goldfish or not, because that'd be pretty awesome for you guys to see. Even with poor eyesight, he's still pretty good. I guess he can feel like, I guess the bisher maybe can feel like the motion or something, or I'm not sure exactly how they hunt or whatever the case might be, but there'll be fish right in front of him, and he'll pretty much just dart at them. Sometimes he gets them, sometimes he misses them. So let's see if he's gonna get that little Rosie. Even though he just ate it, he did just eat a big goldfish though, so he might not be too hungry. But you can see the girth on him. I mean, he's pretty healthy, and I've had him since he was tiny, tiny, tiny. So, but let's go ahead and move on. Let's let's go ahead and feed the saltwater tank. These guys here they go crazy. They are aggressive eaters, and they are pretty aggressive. Oh wow, the light went off. Sorry about that, guys. I got this light on the timer, so I had to turn the camera off and then mess with the light and then come back. But these guys are pretty aggressive eaters, and they are aggressive fish. I'm not. Well, they're just territorial. I won't say they're aggressive, but they are pretty territorial. And as you guys can see, our corals are doing good. Our mushrooms. I put that avatar chalice in there. Our zoas are doing good. Then I put this Duncan whisker from my other reef tank. I put that in there. And we got our, what's that? Holy Grail Micro Musa. I'm going to have to give you guys a better look on a different video of these corals under some better light. I mean, I got the light up pretty bright right now. And we just picked up that Space Invader Pectinia. That's from my other reef tank too. Right there. But yeah, today is just a feeding video. I'll give you guys some other information about this stuff in a different video. I just wanted to come through and show you guys all the fish in the fish room and let you guys know that everybody's doing good. Man, those clownfish are beautiful. So let's see what else we got over here. Let's go ahead. Oh, let me put some of this beef heart. Let me put some of this beef heart in this tank because the silver dollars, they'll go after that beef heart. They eat that. So I actually haven't seen anybody else in there eat it except for the silver dollars. So once I get away from the tank and they dart down there like they always do, then they'll see it, they'll go after it. That's food for them pretty much. Just so they stay away from the shrimp and let the I don't know why they run. I don't know why they run away. I mean, there's nothing. Nobody's chasing them. There's really no reason for them to even be scared. But that's just their personality, I guess. So, all right, let's go down here. Let's go down here and feed these guys down here. I just got some guppies in here. I'm going to feed them. And there's also some flounders in there, freshwater flounders. But they're under the sand somewhere. I don't know where. And then we got that one little ghost shrimp right there. So the flounders are in there for sure. I'm not sure where, but they are in there. I need to put a background on this tank, but I'll do that in the future. Actually, this tank was meant to be this way, and as you see, there's a background on it back there. Well, on the side of it now because I got it facing this way. So those are just feeder guppies. They're nothing special or they're no high-end guppies or anything like that. But I was just using these guys for feeders, but they kind of grew on me. So, yeah, I went ahead and I kept them just because I get attached to my fish. Then down here, this is just all guppies. So all guppies. These orange guppies, this guppy here and this guppy here, I got those from Boss Aquatics. Those are flamingo guppies. And then I got a bunch of Endler males in there and then just some regular old females in there, feeder females. Hopefully we can get some color going on in this tank. I got that girl right there. She's pretty special. She got some nice color. She's like purple. But let's go ahead and feed them. I got to put a lot of food in here because it's a lot of fish in here. A lot more than it probably looks like on camera. I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot of babies just over there. They're always breeding. I had these guys down a different tank, and it was just dark and dirty, and I just decided to go ahead, clean it up, put them in a new tank, and get these guys some light so I can actually see them. But since the last time I seen them, I probably got 50 extra fish in there. So I got to put an abundance of food in here just because the flounders are in there and they eat a lot. They actually got some nice size on them, but they're not even coming out right now, so we can't see them because those guys are just, I don't know. I mean, they hide anyway, so that's just the flounder personality. They pretty much just stay down in the sand. I'm looking to try to see if I can even get a glimpse of one, but I can't see them. Usually I can see their bodies. Usually I can see their body like in the sand when they're breathing, but my guess is that they're back there in that dark corner, probably just chilling out. So, but I'll give you guys another little update on those guys once I see them out and eating or whatever the case might be. I know they're eating because they're getting big. So, but yeah, guys, let's feed these flower horns again, just so I can make sure that everybody is eating. And these discus, these guys, man, they love to eat. They love to eat. They love to eat. There is no doubt about it. Okay, so we got our babies here. Let me see. I got a pellet here. It should be pretty soft now. And usually these guys, they'll usually come out and eat right out of my hand. But once the food drops, maybe they'll come out. Maybe they know the camera's on. I don't know. But they usually come right out and eat. And it's a lot of them in there. It's probably about at least 20 of them in there. I'm not sure if you guys can see them, but it's like 20 little heads poking out the back there. And plus, there's a couple of them up front. So, I mean, just it's a bunch of them in there. But of course, they wouldn't come out when the camera was rolling, just because I'm trying to show them off. You know, that's just how fish are. They never want to cooperate when it's time to cooperate. But off camera, those guys, they're always out. So I got to feed these guys again, just because I love to feed the fish and the fish love to eat. So that's probably my favorite tank to feed, actually, is the discus tank, just because I just love those clown loaches. Like, I love them. I love them, and I love those discus too. I mean, I just love to feed this tank. But look at that guy. Look at that discus. He's just sitting back there, staring at the glass, like there's not no food in the tank. So I don't know. Hopefully he'll bounce back and come back to reality. Hopefully, but these guys, they know, these babies, they know that the camera is on because they're not even coming out. But the minute that I turn the camera off, they'll all come out. They'll be eating. All that food will be gone. They'll eat all that food today. So I give them one of those big pellets every day. Every single day. Our octopus is still not out. I don't know where he is. I don't know where he's hiding. I don't see him. But I'm looking for him. I'm looking for him. So I can show you guys what he's looking like. But he's just not out. He's hiding. So I don't know. I don't know where he is. Honestly, I don't. But it's an octopus. Oh, it's down. It's down in there. You can't even see down in there, but he's down in that little hole right there. So he ain't gonna come out. I guess he's camera shy, like the rest of them. But we'll get to see him again. These guys over here, oh man. I mean, I don't even have. Let's see. Let's go over here and feed these flower horns. I'm gonna feed them a little bit of this beef heart. Try to fatten them up, even though they already super fat. But they love the beef heart too. And then that just gives everybody else the opportunity to actually eat. The red terrier, for some reason, they don't even look at the beef heart. So you can see him looking up at my hand, but I don't have any pellets, buddy. And honestly, I just think that these fish in here are just a little bit too aggressive for the red terriers. So they are pretty aggressive. I will say that. Just to show you guys that these discus, they will eat. I mean, this tank, they eat anything. Anything I give them, they eat. So I'm just showing you guys. That was beef heart, that's usually what I feed them anyway. I usually feed them the beef heart. So let's go down here and get these guys the rest of this beef heart. They're probably gonna take my hand off. But just look at that. That's a lot of beef heart. And these guys are just gonna devour it. I mean, just like that, it's gone. Everybody got a mouthful. Look at that giant grommy. He's still hungry. I'm gonna get a giant grommy some of this. I got some shrimp in here still. Look at that. I'm gonna give him some shrimp. He'll literally eat a whole piece of shrimp. Look at him. Wow. Wow. Got splashed on that one, guys. Not sure if the camera got wet, but yeah. Look at him. I mean, he never stops eating. He's gonna explode. That's what's gonna happen to him. He's gonna explode. Look at that male. Stunner. Flashing all his colors for the girls. Whew. Beautiful fish, though. I'm not giving you no more. I'm not. You're done. You're done, mister. Or Mrs. Or whatever you are. I don't know. I don't know what. I'm not sure if that's a male or a female. I really don't know. But yeah, guys, thanks for coming through today, watching the video. We got to feed all the fish in the fish room. I got to show you guys what the flower horns are looking like. They're looking real good. I mean, real good. Better than I even expected them to look. So, if you guys made it this far in the video, make sure to give it that thumbs up. Hit that like button. Go ahead, turn your notifications on for all. Hit that post notification bell so you guys can be notified every time I drop one of these amazing videos. All my videos, I try to show you guys how amazing my fish are, or just any fish. I love fish, and man, I'm just doing this just because this is what I love to do. This is what I've been doing my whole life. So with that being said, guys, don't forget to feed the fish. Holla.